Excavationpro.
Yeah, I'm back on the app, same fake conversation, same hey, how are you with zero patience. But somewhere out there's another 1 a.m. text, another pair of eyes that'll look at me like I'm them. Another set of demons that'll dance with mine too. I know the stats and I know the odds are shit. I know the bed might host a stranger someday. I know the love, care, I really fucking don't. Because the feeling of alive is worth the ghost that haunts. At least I'll have the memories of burning in the sun. Fuck it, I'm diving back in. Same scars, same heart, same thirst for the sin. I know how it ends, I've seen the whole film. But the high's worth the low and I'm ready to kill. But the high's worth the low and I'm ready to kill. The quiet, the numb, the what's the point blues. Fuck it, I'm ready for round two. Fuck it, I'm ready for round two. So send the message, make the call, let the comment take its aim. I'd rather crash 100 times than never play the game. The numbness is a prison and I'm breaking out tonight. Fuck the lessons, fuck the healing, I just wanna feel the light. Maybe she's the comet that forgets to fade away. Maybe she's the chaos that finally makes some sense. Maybe she's the verdict and I'm done with my defense. And so maybe she's just another beautiful disaster. Another 3 a.m. fight, put my money on the table. I know I'm not stable, I know this is a fable. I tell myself to justify, just wanna feel awake. The gray is comfortable, but comfort is a cage. And I've got too much left to burn on this here stage. So light the match, cue the message, no helmet and no fence. Fuck it, I'm diving back in. Same scars, same heart, same thirst for the sin. I know how it ends, I've seen the whole film. But the high's worth the low and I'm ready to kill. But the high's worth the low and I'm ready to kill. The quiet, the numb, the what's the point blues. Fuck it, I'm ready for round two. Fuck it, I'm ready for round two. Fuck it, round two. No helmet, crash and burn. I was scrolling through the nothing. Same faces, same fake. Same hey, how was your day? That never leads to anything great. Numb to the process, exhausted from the chase. Convinced that love was just a ghost I'd never get to face. Single bitter, existing in the gray. Going through the motions of another wasted day. Then her message hit different. Small talk, no games. Just come get me right now, I'm all in, no names. Just an address and a feeling I forgot I could feel. Terrified but something in my chest started to feel. Terrified but something in my chest started to heal. Or maybe just awaken from the coma I've been in. Either way I grab my keys and let the night begin. I don't know her last name, don't know what this is. Don't know if she's the cure, just another abyss. But I'm driving through the dark with my heart in my throat. Chasing down and that I barely learned to know. It's 1 a.m. and she said come get me right now. I'm terrified but I'm already backing out the drive somehow. I know this comet's gonna spill before, but I just wanna feel the view while I'm falling to the floor. Pulled up to the corner, saw her standing in the light. Hoodie pulled up tight, but her eyes were burning bright. She smiled like she knew me, like we'd done this all before. Like she recognized the wreckage I've been carrying and more. She climbed into the passenger, the air inside her changed. The whole damn universe suddenly rearranged. We didn't say a word for what felt like half the night. Just existed in the silence that already felt so right. She reached across the console, put her hand inside of mine. And I knew right then I'd cross some irregular line. This was gonna hurt, I could feel it in my bones. But I'd rather burn with her than keep freezing all alone. I'm terrified, but I'm already backing out the drive somehow. I know this comet's gonna crash, I've seen this film before. Whoa. I was scrolling through the nothing, same faces, same fakes, saying how was your day that never leads to anything great. Numb to the process, exhausted from the chase, convinced that love was just a ghost existing in the gray. Going through the motions of another wasted day, then her message hit different. No small talk, no games, just come get me right now. I'm all in, no names, just an address and a feeling I forgot I could feel. Or maybe just awaken from the coma I've been in. Either way, I grab my keys and let the night begin. I don't know her last name, don't know what this is. Don't know if she's the cure, just another abyss. But I'm driving through the dark with my heart in my throat, chasing down a feeling that I barely learned to note. It's 1 a.m. and she said, come get me right now. I'm terrified, I'm ready, backing out the drive somehow. It's gonna crash, I've seen this film before. But I just wanna feel the view while I'm falling to the floor. Pulled up to the corner, saw her standing in the light. Hoodie pulled up tight, but her eyes were burning bright. She smiled like she knew me, like we'd done this all before. Like she recognized the wreckage I've been carrying and more. She climbed into the passenger, the air inside her changed. The hold and say a word for what felt like half the night just existed in the silence that already felt so right. She reached across the console, put her hand inside of mine, and I knew right then I'd cross. I could feel it in my bones, but I'd rather burn with her than keep freezing all alone. I don't know her last name, don't know what this is. Don't know if she's the cure, just another abyss. But I'm driving through the dark with my heart in my throat, chasing down a feeling that I barely learned to note. It's 1 a.m. and she said, come get me right now. I'm terrified, I'm ready, backing out the drive somehow. Comet's gonna crash, I've seen this film before. But I just wanna feel the view while I'm falling to the floor. We didn't leave the apartment for damn near half the week. Just existed in the bubble where the outside couldn't speak. She wore my hoodie like a second layer of her skin. I learned her body language, learned the way she takes her gin. We talked about our childhood, skipped the surface, went in deep. She told me things she never told a soul she'd ever keep. I matched her secret for secret, scar for scar, wound for wound. We built a tiny universe inside a single room. No phones, no friends, no family checking in to see if I'm alive. Just her and me and something that I prayed would fucking thrive. She laughed at all my jokes, even ones that weren't that funny. She called me home by day 3 and I didn't find it funny. I found it terrifying, haunted by the fear of being haunted by the ghost of her departure that I knew was coming soon. But I pushed it down and kissed her underneath the afternoon. In the shadow in the corner I could see it start to grow. In the way she'd go quiet, in the things she wouldn't show. But I told myself it's nothing, told myself I'm paranoid. Told myself this universe is something I should just enjoy. 7 days inside a world that's only her and mine. 7 days inside a world that's only her and me. Forgot the sun existed, forgot who I used to be. Everything just works, or maybe I just wanted to. The shadows in the corner, but I'm looking at the view. Not looking at the view. I think she's scared of something that she won't let me see. I catch her staring at the ceiling when she thinks I'm fast asleep, like she's already writing endings in a book we just began, like she's waiting for the other shoe to drop on what we've planned. And I recognize that look, I've worn it half my fucking life. The expectation of the wreckage, the anticipation of the knife. She's been hurt before, I feel it in the way she holds me tight. I wanna tell her it's okay, wanna promise I'm not him, whoever left her hollow, and she's learned that lesson well. So I just hold her closer and I let the silence tell her everything I can't find words to actually say out loud. That I'm terror too, that I'm already fucking proud of us, of this whatever fragile thing we're building at its mark. But she looks away so quickly like she doesn't see it all, and I love her for the trying, for pretending we won't fall. 7 days inside a world that's only her and me. Forgot the sun existed, forgot who I used to be. Everything just works, or maybe I just wanted to. The shadows in the corner, but I'm looking at the view. The shadows in the corner, but I'm looking at the view. Not looking at the view. Fading into silence. We can't keep our hands off, it's like we're trying to consume every inch of skin we missed inside that first week's room. She pulls me into corners, into cars, into the dark, and I forget my own name when she leaves her fucking mark. It's not just the physical, it's the way she lets me in, the way she breathes to open up to anyone but her election. I've never felt this seen, never felt this understood. She takes my trauma like a gift and tells me this is good. Not the trauma, but the sharing, but the letting down of walls. And when she laughs, the whole damn room gets to be dark. She's a flame I wanna hold, even knowing it'll spark. I know the shadow's waiting, I know this high can't last, but I'm living in the moment, letting go of all the past, because the way she looks at me rewires everything I know about what love could feel like if I just let it grow. Butterflies don't lie, they just tell you what you feel. And right now every part of me is convinced that this is real. Her when she's sleeping, and I wonder what she dreams. If she's running from the monsters, or if I'm part of her snare. Like some would be the one who proves that different can't exist, who takes her history of hurt and helps her unclench her soul. She's been shattered by the people who were supposed to make her whole, and when she wakes, I'm the cure and not another fucking cancer. That weight would crush most people, but I wanna carry it. I wanna be the reason that she finally learned to sit in peace, and something that resembles steady ground. She makes me wanna be the man that she believes she's found. And when we're tangled in the sheets and the world is just a leave, there's nothing left to death inside her, inside us, and that's the most terrifying swing. Butterflies don't lie, they just tell you what you feel. And right now every part of me is convinced that this is real. The way she looks at me, I've never been looked at before. And I'm addicted to the high, always coming back for more. Butterflies don't lie, they just tell you what you feel. Right now, this is real. It's just a hairline fracture, barely visible to see, but I felt the ground shift underneath her and me. She says I'm fine and I pretend that I believe her in me. She says I'm violence, not pretend that I believe it's true, but something's in the silence now that wasn't there a week ago with you. Wasn't there a week ago with you. She left my message on read for the first time today. Only 20 minutes, why she pull away so soon? Did I say something wrong last night underneath the moon? When she finally answered, it was short and it was cold. 2 words all good, like a story left untold. But I've learned that pushing just builds walls inside instead. So I let it go, or I pretended that I did, while the cracks spread quiet me, but her mind was somewhere else. And I was scrolling through my phone to keep from asking what she felt. We become so good at dancing around, the words get in the way. It's nothing I can point to, nothing I can name, just a shift in the atmosphere before the coming rain. And I tell myself I'm crazy, tell myself I'm seeing things, but the crack is in the mirror and it's spreading out in rings. It's just a hairline fracture, barely visible to see, but I felt the ground shift underneath her and me. She says I'm fine and I pretend that I believe her and me. She says I'm violence, not pretend that I believe it's true, but something's in the silence now that wasn't there a week ago with you. Wasn't there a week ago with you. I catch her looking through me like I'm glad she's trying to find something on the other side. She's terrified she's left behind. Her freedom maybe, or the solitude she knew before I cated. I feel it too, this closeness is a cage sometimes, even when the lock is love, even when the bars are rhymes. We built this universe so fast we didn't check the foundation of something settling wrong, of something felt the smallest trace of hesitation on her lips, of distance in her touch. And I pulled her closer hoping she just wouldn't feel as much of my own fear, my own know how this story goes, I've seen it disappear. It's just a hairline fracture, barely visible to see, but I felt the ground shift underneath her and me. She says I'm fine and I pretend that I believe her and me. She says I'm violence, not pretend that I believe it's true, but something's in the silence now that wasn't there a week ago with you. Wasn't there a week ago with you. Crack is in the mirror, it's spreading out. She's laughing at my jokes again, but something's in the pitch. A half-second delay, like she's remembering which version of herself she's supposed to be with me tonight. The one who's still in love, or the one who's taking flight. I've seen this film before, I know the script by fucking heart. The moment back in inches, nothing I can point to yet, but I can feel the distance growing every time our eyes have met. Less often now, less deeply now, less like she's looking in, more like she's checking's wrong and she says nothing like before. But now the nothing echoes longer, settles deeper in my core, and I'm trying everything, more attention, more space, more asking what she needs while I'm drowning in my own. But her silence is the loudest answer I've ever been destroyed. I've been here before, the prelude to the end, where love becomes a chore and lovers become friends, and friends become acquaintances and then they disappear. I'm watching it in real time and I'm paralyzed with fear. I'm holding sand and watching it run through my hands. The tighter that I grip, the less I understand how something that was solid just a week ago feels gone. How something that was solid just a week ago feels gone. I'm standing right beside her, but I'm already withdrawn. She used to send me songs at 2 a.m. just cause. Now I'm lucky if she sends a text without her to pause, that lasts for hours, sometimes days, while I'm checking my phone. Remembering the unit sleep like I was gravity, and I could touch her shoulder, I could ask if she's okay, but I'm scared to slide there staring at the ceiling. We both know, watching all the cracks connect and wondering where they'll go. She's not cruel, she's not cold, she's just somewhere else inside to enter anymore, because the password's been changed, and I'm locked out of the woman that I swore I'd rearranged. My whole damn life around her, my whole future already left the bed. I'm holding sand and watching it run through my hands. The tighter that I grip, the less I understand how something that was solid just a week ago feels gone. How something that was solid just a week ago feels gone. I'm standing right beside her, but I'm already withdrawn. Holding sand, gone, already withdrawn. We finally said the quiet's out loud tonight. Threw them like grenades and watched the room ignite. attention. People who adore each other. Not in words, but in the way we'd hit all the right. Pretending we were perfect, and somewhere in the screaming was the whisper underneath. You're the one I want, I'm terrified you'll leave. But I'm terrified you'll leave. Neither of us said it, we just let the anger speak. Two cowards dressed as lovers playing hide and seek with weak. We finally said the quiet's out loud tonight. Threw them like grenades and watched the room ignite. All the things we buried just to keep the peace alive. Came crawling from the wreckage, now we'll see if we survive. She said, that's too much weight to put on any single soul. And she was right, I made her my whole world, my only tether. And she was drowning, trying to be my everything and weather her own storms, her own wars, her own history of hurt. While I kept piling expectations on her like a shirt that didn't fit, that never fit, that she wore just to please. The tension in her shoulders, the distance in her stance. I'd spent weeks feeling victim to her cold and slow romance. But Stan is my fear of losing her, it sealed our fucking fate. I heard her on the couch around 4 a.m. shift wait. Wanted to go out there, tell her everything could wait. But my pride was still bleeding and my ego had the flu. So I just lay there frozen like a coward tends to do. When the sun finally hit the blinds, I smelled the coffee brew. Didn't know if it was for me or if she made it just for two. I walked out to the kitchen, she was staring at the pot. Back turned, shoulder stiff, the silence heavy and hot. She didn't turn around, but she slid a mug my way. Filled it up without a word, nothing left to say. That wasn't Ari screaming in the quiet of the room. I took a sip, she took a breath, we let the moment bloom. Not into flowers, not into some grand romantic fix. Just into two survivors standing the wreckage of their mix. We didn't say I'm sorry, yet the words were still too raw. We just existed in the space and let the coffee thaw. The ice that had grown overnight, the frost of all the blame. Two people who still love you playing chicken with the shame. Morning after the war and we're both still here, moving through the wreckage like we're learning how to steer. Around the broken dishes and the words we didn't mean. She handed me a coffee, I guess what healing looks like in between. I finally broke the silence with I didn't mean what I said. She said I know, and then she paused, her eyes still straight ahead. And I didn't mean to shut you out, I just don't know how to stay when staying means I have to show the parts I hide away. And there it was, the real wound underneath the fight. Not the words we threw like weapons in the middle of the night, but her fear of being seen, my fear of being left. Two orphans of our past committing mutual death of each other's peace of mind, of each other's sense of safe. We weren't enemies at war, we were mirrors wearing face. I reached across the counter, put my hand on top of hers. She flinched then softened, that's how healing occurs. Not in grand apologies, not in roses or in pleas, just in staying when it's easier to grab your shit and leave. Morning after the war and we're both still here, moving through the wreckage like we're learning how to steer. Around the broken dishes and the words we didn't mean. She handed me a coffee, I guess what healing looks like in between. We started having conversations we've been dodging for a month. The kind that make you nauseous, the kind that make you blunt. She told me suffocating wasn't fair, I just don't know how to need some without feeling like I've planted a weed that'll choke out who I am, that'll take up all my soil. I've spent years learning solo, this is foreign, this is toil. I told I don't know how to love without making it my whole identity, my anchor, my entire sense of soul. I lean too hard, I grip too tight, I lose myself in you. Then resent you when you can't be everything I want you to. Then resent you when you can't be everything I want you to. We sat there in the ugly truth, neither one of us could run from the patterns that we carried into what we just begun. And instead of blaming, instead of building walls, we just let the silence hold the space where judgment usually calls. It's not romantic, this rebuilding is working, it's fear. But she's still here and I'm still here, and that's what makes it clear that something underneath the damage wants to learn a different way. So we keep showing up and doing what we didn't do yesterday. We're learning how to hold each other without breaking what we touch. Talking through the damage, it's almost too much, but I'd rather do the work than watch us fade to gray. Talking through the damage, it's almost too much, but I'd rather do the work than watch us fade to gray. She said always, we'll see if always gray. She said stay and I said always, we'll see if always stays. I learned her trigger, she shuts down when voices get too loud, cause her father used to scream and disappear into a crowd. Inside her own head, inside her own room, anywhere but there. So I learned to lower my voice to show her that I care, by not becoming him, by not repeating what she fled. She learned my triggers too, I spiral when I'm left on read, cause my mother used silence like a weapon and a shield. And I begged for any word until my little heart would yield. So she texts me back now even when she doesn't have the words. Just a heart, just a sign, just a line that says I've heard. And it's small, and it's stupid, but it's everything to me. Proof that someone's trying to love the broken parts they see. When I fix, when I heal, and the choice to tread with care. Don't care that we just learn to stand. It'll shake the ground just because it can. Testing the foundation that we barely finished laying down. Testing the foundation that we finished laying down. Question is, do we fall or do we hold our ground? Her texted late last night, just checking in, hope you're well. She showed me with asking, small gesture, but I fell. The old me would've spiraled, would've accused, would've assumed. The new me took a breath and gave her trust some room. The new me took a breath and gave her trust some room. She said, I don't want him, but I don't know how to block someone who's my whole world before the world got rocked. And I understood, I've got ghosts who that still knock. Not cause I invite them, but cause they know the lock is rusty from the years of letting them inside. Said take your time, I'm not going anywhere. I'm not your guide, just your partner in the mess, just the one who's here to stay. She kissed me like I'd given her permission to be gray. Not black and white, not perfect, not the version she performs. Just a woman with a past who's trying to weather storms. That was the first test, we passed it by a thread. Not by being flawless, just by talking through the dread. But the world's got more coming, it always fucking does. And I'm praying that the foundation's strong enough for us. The world don't care that we just learn to stand. It'll shake the ground just because it can. Testing the foundation that we barely finished laying down. Question is, do we fall or do we hold our ground? Then my job went sideways, budget cuts and late nights. Came home drained and empty, picking stupid fights over dishes, over punches, till I finally let the wall around my strailing. That I'm losing, that I'm never gonna be paid in anything but exhaustion, disappointed. I'm just trying to be a ointment. Two of you won't let me near because you're scared I'll see the rot. And I broke right there, kitchen floor, the whole damn lot of tears I've been withholding since my father taught me men. And when I finished, she just whispered, that's what I'm here for. Not just the highs, not just the sex, the wreckage and the war. She held my head against her chest with the wreckage and the war. And when I highs, just the size, wreckage and the war. We're past the rebuilding, past the test, past the fight. Now we're in the quiet of a Sunday afternoon light. She's reading on the couch, feet tucked under my thigh, and I'm pretenderize the moment like it's something I could keep. If everything goes wrong and I'm alone again to sleep, is every fear I've ever had into something that feels like changes are possible or real or happening inside my chest. She makes me wanna desperate, or the people who then left. She makes me wanna risk the thing I've hidden on the shelf. She's reaching for my hand, now the moment's moving fast. I open up my mouth, but nothing comes out right. Just a strangled little sound, just a coward in the light of everything she's given. Terrified of all the guilt, if it falls apart again, if I lose and turn and run. I'm terrified of how much I want you to stay. Terrified that I've given everything away. The words are on my tongue, but I swallow them instead. 'Cause saying I love you means I've got something to lose again. She feels it too, I know she does, I see it in her pause. The way she almost says it, then retreats behind the gauze of I'm so glad we met, and you're different from the rest. All the place curved phrases while her heart beats out her chest. She's been burned too, been left to, been the one who said it first. Only he to watch the person turn around and make it worse by leaving slowly, leaving cold, leaving her to watch him die. So we dance around the language like it's fire we can't name. Both of us too damaged to be first to light the flame. I can feel it when she holds me, when she doesn't pull away. I'm terrified of how much I want you to stay. Terrified that I've given everything away. The words are on my tongue, but I swallow them instead. 'Cause saying I love you means I've got something to lose again. Something to lose. Terrified. I'm terrified of this. I finally said, I love you, didn't plan and think. Just opened up my mouth and let us both stand at the fink. Just opened up my mouth and let us both stand at the brink. She looked at me like I just handed her the moon and all the stars. Then she set it back and healed a little piece of all my scars. A little piece of all my scars. Healed a little piece of all my scars. We were just driving nowhere, her hand on my knee. Some song from the 90s playing low on the auxiliary. She was laughing at some stupid thing I'd said about the sky, and I looked at her profile and I didn't even try to stop the words from coming. They just ordinary space. No candles, no prep, no perfect fucking moment planned. Just 3 words hanging in the air of my beat up sedan. She went quiet, my heart dropped, I'd ruined everything I'd built. I started back to ling, drowning in the guilt. She went quiet, my heart dropped, I'd ruined everything I built. I'm sorry, that's too soon, forget I said it in the guilt. I'm sorry, that's too soon, forget I said it, I don't know. She put her hand over my mouth and said, just let it grow. She put her hand over my mouth and said, just let it grow. Just let it be, just let me feel it, let me take it in. And I watched her eyes fill up and I watched the war begin. Inside her, the one that says this is too good to be true, and the one that whispered back, but what if it's just you? She took a breath that seemed to last a goddamn year. And I prepared myself for silence or for her to disappear. Instead she took my face and turned it so I had to see. The tears that weren't from sadness, they were possibility. I finally said, I love you, didn't plan and think. Just opened up my mouth and let us both stand at the fink. Just opened up my mouth and let us both stand at the brink. She looked at me like I just handed her the moon and all the stars. Then she set it back and healed a little piece of all my scars. A little piece of all my scars. Healed a little piece of all my scars. I love you too, she whispered like she never said it first. Like every time before that she'd been practicing the worst version of those words to people who'd weaponize it down. And I pulled a car over cause I needed solid ground to hold her, to process something real that just occurred, into something we could carry, into something we could build, into proof than just survival, more than just the ache. We sat there in the island car and watched the new day break. Morning coffee, inside jokes. She hates cilantro, I need fan noise. She saves the corner brownie, warmer coffee, it's our choice. We grocery shop like pasta sauce, don't care. She kills at my Monopoly. I stare for harder watching her win there. Her toothbrush in my bathroom now. My shirt lives at her place somehow. We don't say forever out loud yet, but we're painting rooms we haven't met. And somewhere in my head a voice says, enjoy this while it's here. I kiss her in the cereal aisle and pretend I didn't hear. These are the golden weeks, the ones I'll replay when it's done. We forgot about the shadow and just lived inside the sun. Everything was easy, everything was light. I should have known the brightness was just gathering the night. Her friends are mine, my friends approve. We host game nights, we found our groove. I learn her patterns, she learns mine. We thermostat negotiate, then realign. She leaves for work, I watch her go. Something in me already knows. The brighter that the garden grows, the darker comes the close. The brighter that the garden grows, the darker comes the close. These are the golden weeks, the ones I'll replay when it's done. We forgot about the shadow and just lived inside the sun. Everything was easy, everything was light. I should have known the brightness was just gathering the night. Golden weeks, I should have known. She got comfortable trying to impress. Stop looking at me like I was something to address. I'm still here, still showing up, still giving everything I've got. But you can't love her too, and she forgot. And she forgot. And she forgot. Yeah, she used to text me first, now I'm waiting by the phone. She used to plan the weekends, now I'm planning them alone. She used to dress up for me, now it's sweatpants and a shrug. I'm still telling her she's beautiful, she's still scrolling, doesn't bug. I try to start the conversations that we used to have for hours. She gives me one-word answers, all her energy devoured. By work, by stress, by anything that isn't me. Or I'm competing with the ghost and I don't know what I prefer. The fighting or this nothing, this slow decay inside. At least when we were screaming, I knew she hadn't died. The version that I fell for, the woman who would try. Now I'm sleeping next to someone who's already said goodbye. With her eyes are on her phone and the words don't feel spec. Without the words, without the closure, without the respect. Just the comfort of my presence and the bills that I collect. I ask her, do you want this? And she says, of course I do. But her eyes are on her phone and the words don't feel due. But her eyes are on her phone and the words don't feel true. She's comfortable, not in love, just settled in the space. I'm a place girl, keep it warm, what used to be her place. She got comfortable, trying to impress. Stop looking at me like I was something to address. I'm still here, still Still showing up, still giving everything I've got. But you can't love for true and she forgot. I bring home flowers, she says thanks and puts them in the sink. Doesn't find a vase, just lets them wilt before I blink. I cook her favorite dinner, she picks at it in size. Says she's not that hungry with that distance in her eyes. I'm killing myself slowly, trying to resurrect the flame. She's already scattered ashes, can't even say my name. With the heat she used to have, with the one she used to show. She's comfortable, and I'm the fool who can't let go of who she was week 1, in month 2 in the rebuild. Now I'm holding up the corpse of what our love has killed. And she just lets me do it, lets me exhaust myself to death. Cause it's easier than telling me there's nothing fucking left. I wasn't supposed to be there, meeting got cut short. Thought I'd surprise her, maybe take her to that cafe she adores. Grabbed her favorite pastry on the drive across the town. Humming some dumb song about a girl who never let me down. Key in the door, I heard something that made my stomach drop. A laugh I didn't recognize, a sound that wouldn't stop. I walked in slow like horror films, where you scream at the screen. Our bedroom door was open just enough to see the shape of someone else's body in the sheets I used to drape across us in the morning when we plan our future days. She saw me standing frozen, her face went pale to gray. He scrambled for his clothes, but I had nothing left to say. I came home early, wish I stayed at work instead. Walked in on everything I feared inside my head. She was in our bed, but she wasn't there alone. I came home early and found out I was never home. The golden weeks to rebuild, yeah, I love you in the car. All of it just crumbled into what the fuck we are. She called my name behind me, but her voice was just a chalk outline of the person that I thought I fucking knew. I came home early, wish I'd stayed at work instead. Walked in on everything I feared inside my head. She was in our bed, but she wasn't there alone. I came home early and found out I was never home. She found me in the parking lot, still holding that damn pastry. Tears and pleas and baby please, it didn't mean a thing, you see. I just looked at her like she was speaking foreign tongues. All the love I'd ever felt was ashes in my lungs. Was it worth it? I asked lonely, and he listened to my lies about being okay, about us being fine. I know it's not an excuse, but I understood nothing. Just a pastry getting cold and the phantom of her touch stinging. She asked, can we fix this? And I almost laughed out loud. The rebuild was for us, not for a third person in the crowd. I got in my car, she was still standing in the street. I drove away from everything, the bitter and the sweet. Single again, the word tastes like ash and old regret. I'm back in my apartment, the one I never really left. Her toothbrush is still here, I haven't thrown it out. Can't decide if keeping it. It's 1 a.m., the first week's haze. The butterflies, the golden weeks, the love we set ablaze. Then fast forward to the bed, the stranger in our sheets. I should hate her, some days I do, some days I miss her laugh. The way she'd save the corner brownie on my behalf. I'm a walking contradicted before push came to shove, and proved that she was human, tales were never really true. The cycle's done, the album ends, the credits bout to roll. I'm back exactly where I started, with the crater in my soul. But something's different this time, something small but there. I felt it all, the high, the crash, and I'm still breathing air. Back to the gray, back to the numb, back to scrolling through the nothing. Wonder being seen, of building something real, even knowing it might burn. It's the only thing I feel that cuts through all the static, through the nothing of the days. The chance to live and die in love's impossible blaze. So I'll sit here in the gray, let the numbness have its hour. So I'll sit here in the gray, let the numbness have its hour. Let the scars remind me that I'm capable of power, to love, to lose, to shatter, and still stand up again. Back to the gray, back to the numb, back to scrolling through the nothing, wondering what I become. The coming crash, the view is beautiful and brief. Now I'm sifting through the wreckage, looking for relief. The album's done, the story's over, but I don't know how it ends, because tomorrow's just another scroll, a message I might send. Another 1 a.m., another chance to crash on men. Another 1 a.m. crash.